CINCY.
All right, we're live. Hopefully this is live on YouTube. Let me do this. Let me pull it up on my phone and make sure we're actually on here. I tried to do this whole thing on my phone because my phone camera is better than the camera on my MacBook.
Right.
Oh, that's 0 viewers. Let's see if it's on there.
I'm looking too.
My channel. Yeah. Oh, 21 people watching.
Oh, wow. What's going on, guys?
So I can't see the chat. So let me see if I can pull it up on YouTube to see the chat. People are probably already talking on there.
That's what I'm going to do as well.
This is so weird. This is like a double interface kind of thing.
Yeah.
Bear with us, ladies and gentlemen, if you're viewing right now.
Oh,
there
it's
so we're doing this all through Google Hangouts. So I'm not actually on YouTube right now. I'm going to go on YouTube and see what everyone's saying right now. So hold on one second. There's 88 people on there already, apparently, I guess.
Holy moly.
92. Sweet Lord. There's a lot of comments already.
1,003. Oh my gosh.
So how long do we give people to join before there's 110 on there? How long do we give people to join before we actually make the announcement?
62 seconds.
Hey, everyone, welcome to the live announcement here on YouTube. Sorry, we're having some technical issues just trying to get everything situated. Again, this is the first time I've ever done this through Google Hangouts. Now I'm hourglassing on YouTube, so hopefully it's actually going through on YouTube.
There's the
Are you guys able to see us on YouTube right now?
Yeah.
Or is it like a circle deal? What's up, Mike? All right, I'm seeing some comments here. Greetings from Houston. What's up, Sith? What's up, Pedro? What was your first hot toy? I can't remember. I think it was a Dark Knight Christian Bale Batman. Craig, are you ready to do this?
Let's do it, man.
All right.
Let's do it.
Anyone that's late, they can watch the rebroadcast, or we'll just repeat ourselves in a little bit. So let me preface this. When I announced that we're going to be making a big announcement on YouTube live, a lot of people had some crazy theories as to what we were going to be saying, what we were going to be announcing. Some people thought I was going to be buying Toys R Us and saving Toys R Us from bankruptcy. If I had that kind of money, I would do that. Some people thought I was, I don't know, like running for president. I have no idea. But anyway, take your expectations that are way up here as to this announcement and bring them right about down here, because I don't want people to like hear the announcement and be like, oh, that's it? So just bring your expectations a little bit down. Where the frick is my beer? Oh, my beer's back there. I didn't get it yet. Anyway, this thing is still hourglassing for me. Craig, are you able to see it on YouTube? Just to make sure that
I can see it. I mean, it's okay. Yeah, it's okay.
Okay, cool. So I'm going to preface it, and then I'm going to let you make the actual announcement. So the announcement that we'd like to make, first of all, let me just say that this is huge for me. I am able to check something off the bucket list, and anytime I can do that, it's huge for me. So with that, I will then let Craig from Not Another Retro Channel make the big announcement that we want to make.
All right, guys. So if you guys followed my channel for the past year, you know that I went to the New York Toy Fair, and it was awesome. It was my first year. Blew my mind. Got to see all the upcoming toys coming out. And so this year, I had another chance to go. And CINCY was like, hey, man, what's the chances of me being able to come along? And I was like, let me find out. So I found out I can bring CINCY as a guest, and we can wreak havoc on New York. So there it is, guys. That's it.
We're going to Toy Fair. That's the big thing. So Toy Fair's always been, Toy Fair's up there with like San Diego Comic-Con for me. It's something that I've always wanted to do. It's very, very hard to go to Toy Fair because it's closed to the public. It's only open to people that are like in the industry. Either you're a buyer for a toy company or a toy store, or like you're, you know, like in the industry. So thanks to Craig, he got the hookups and he and I are going. This is also huge for me because I've never, ever in all of my years of life been to New York City before. So this is my first time going to New York City. Never been there. I'm excited to go to Midtown Comics, check out other stores like Toy Tokyo, stuff like that. So what I'd like to do is to open it up for, I guess, questions that you'd like us to ask these manufacturers, because we're going to see these toys before anyone else, before they hit the retail public.
So we have some appointments already scheduled. Saturday morning at 11 o'clock, we'll be meeting with NECA Toys. I think it's 12 o'clock, we'll be meeting with McFarlane. And then I think like at 3, it's with Super 7. So those are the 3 that are confirmed so far. But of course, we can go to all these other booths, except for maybe Hasbro and Mattel, because they're pretty there. So we're going to try to see what we can do to make that happen. No promises, but we're going to try for you guys. So anyway, that's it.
So I'm super excited to see the Hot Toys first before they, you know, hit the market. I'm excited to hopefully see the booth from Mezco, SH Figure Arts, Storm Collectibles. I have questions that I want to ask. I know Craig's going to be the one that's like kind of interviewing people and whatnot. But I'm going to be there to take footage of everything. I want to get the footage out there ASAP, show you guys first before you see everything on like the different websites out there. What's coming out, pictures of things, stuff to look forward to. I know that Mezco, Mezco, I got to turn this down.
92.
Holy cow.
Sweet Lord.
I know that Mezco just like sent out an email with like Toy Fair reveals. I haven't clicked on that yet. But obviously, I'm excited to see what kind of Mezcos are going to be coming out. I think they might be doing like a Michael Keaton Batman and possibly the Homecoming homemade suit Spider-Man. But I'm excited to see Mezco, Storm Collectibles. I want to find out about the SH Figure Arts Shredder because they teased that a while ago. I want to figure out, I want to ask them about the Storm Collectibles Goro because we saw that one, what, like a year ago. So I guess in the comments, once we publish this, if you have things that you want to ask or questions you want to know or questions you want answered by like some of these big companies, post them in the comments below. Don't post them in the chat now, because if you post them in the chat, this chat's going to go away once we publish this video. So wait till this is finished, put them in the comments, and we will ask these questions to these guys if we have the availability with them. So that'll be pretty awesome. And then also, like I said, we're going to take video. We're going to try and get the video up. I'm going to try and get it up same day if possible. Because a lot of times, yeah, a lot of times when you watch some of the guys that go to the Toy Fair, they get the videos up a couple days later, and you're just really anxious to find out, you know, what they're seeing, what's coming out. We're going to try and get it out same day. So, and that we're going to obviously share pictures and stuff with the Syndicate page. So, if you're not part of the Syndicate page, please do join because you'll probably see pictures first on there. But there you go. That's the announcement. Again, I wanted to lower expectations because a lot of people are like, so what? They're going to Toy Fair. But again, this was huge for me because I've never, ever been to Toy Fair. I've always wanted to go. I get so excited around this time of year because, you know, if I'm not going, I'm checking websites, seeing what's coming out, looking at the pictures, just really, really getting excited for all this stuff that's coming out in 2018. So, the other thing is I was going to do a video of like my most anticipated figures in 2018, but I kind of held off because I'm waiting for Toy Fair. So I'm going to do that after Toy Fair. I want to see all this stuff and then kind of report back. Here's what I'm excited about in the year. So,
yeah. So Toy Fair is kind of like E3 for gamers. So it's like the big build up, like here's what's coming out. Here's all these new figs. So it's going to be awesome, guys. So if you've never tuned in, it's like a week, you know, 4 to 5 days full of coverage. It's amazing. So stay tuned. It's gonna be awesome.
So I guess we will answer some comments and whatnot. If you guys have any early comments right now or questions, stuff you want to see at Toy Fair, go ahead and post them in the live chat, and we'll address those now. But oh, the other thing I want to ask Mezco. I don't know if this is a touchy subject, but ask him about the delays, because last year, I mean, they basically you're paying for a pre-order like almost a year in advance for Mezco. And while I love Mezco, last year was like the year of Mezco for me. Some of the delays were a little kind of crazy. So I want to ask them about the delays, make sure that all their importing stuff is, taken care of, that they're not still having those issues. Because I think it happened like importing it from overseas. So I kind of want to find out if that's still the case, or I don't know if they're even going to want to answer that question, but it's something I wanted to bring up while I was there. So let me go ahead and look at the chat here and see if there's any questions we can answer real quick.
Toy Fair is February 17th through the 20th, I believe. So that's right there.
So the announcement, for those of you that just joined, I saw some comments that I missed the announcement. Craig from Not Another Retro Channel and I are going to Toy Fair, which is next, a few weeks.
Yeah.
In New York City. So really, really excited to go to that for the first time. My first time. I think, Craig, it's your second time, right?
Yeah, number 2.
Yeah, so just really, really excited to go to Toy Fair, see all the stuff that we're going to be buying this next year way ahead in advance, and kind of report back to everyone in the audience, everyone on the syndicate, report back, here's what's coming out, here's what it looks like, here's what I'm excited about. So that's the announcement if you're just joining us. All right, so let me see if there's any questions early on. I have heard rumors of a Galactus wave of Marvel Legends figures with Silver Surfer and the Thing. That would be pretty awesome. I would also like to verify, I know that we've seen like the preview images of that 2-pack, the Sentinel and the Old Man Logan from Days of Future Past, the X-Men. That's been rumored to be revealed at Toy Fair. So obviously, if we can get to the Hasbro booth, we're going to verify, that that's the case. And I think I've heard that it's a Toys R Us exclusive, but obviously that's not verified yet. So we're going to find out on that. Yeah, Cerrone Games Go just asked, is the Sentinel and Wolverine real? We're certainly hoping to find out if it is. Will Hot Toys ever consider making 6-inch scale figs? They actually did. They did one time, and I have them both. And they're not really 6-inch. They're kind of like 5 inches tall. But they came out with a Christian Bale Batman and a Selena Kyle, the Anne Hathaway Selena Kyle. I'm looking at it right now. It came with the Bat, the giant vertical takeoff and lift vehicle from The Dark Knight Rises. I always confuse it. Dark Knight Rises or Returns? Returns is the comic book. Dark Knight Rises. So yeah, that's the only time that they've made that scale. But yes, they did make them, and I don't think they're going to do it again, to be honest. Does Toy Fair sell figs? I'm going to let Craig answer that one because he's been to Toy Fair. And I'm going to drink my beer.
Yeah, so on the last day, which is the Tuesday, a lot of the vendors will sell some of their stuff on the floor. So, and you get it at retail. Some of the things you can get kind of early, not too early, but a little bit. So yeah, you can do that. Faux show.
So question was, will we record? I think the answer is definitely yes. Craig and I are both going to record for our channels. So you're going to see videos, possibly same day, maybe next day. But we're going to get this stuff out as soon as possible so you guys can see everything that's coming out as soon as possible. So let's see what else. Question for me, am I going to get the Black Panther wave for the Black Panther movie? I actually completed that wave. I got the all of the figures in that wave when I was down in Dallas. So I completed the Okoye, and it's an awesome figure. I would definitely recommend that one. I love the new digital face printing technology that they're using for the movie figures.
Yeah, it's pretty sick.
Let me see. Will the new face scan tech up the price on Marvel Legends? What do you think, Craig? Do you think that's going to happen?
Hopefully not. I hope not. But, I mean, I guess it's a possibility. It could. Maybe like $22.99. Who knows? We'll see.
I'm thinking that would probably be like the new price point if they did decide to up the price. I mean, they're using that digital face printing on WWE Elites now. From what I can tell, they're using it on Marvel Legends. Black Series. I think some of the, like the new, what's his face? Rex. Looked like it had a digital face print. The Captain Rex. Correct me if I'm wrong. JRS, did I find a Jaina solo yet? No, that's actually top of my hunt list right now. That's I have not found a Jaina solo yet. I'm still looking for. I know some people are finding like 2 or 3 at a time. I have not found a single one. Let's see. Questions. Are we excited for the possible MCU BAF Thanos Legend? We back?
Are we back? Hello.
God.
What happened?
My internet sucks, is what happened. I can't wait to change this internet. Hopefully we didn't lose a bunch of people there, but yeah, my internet went out for a second. Anyway, we're back. What happened to CINCY? My internet sucks. There's one for you, Craig. If you guys go to the Jack Specific booth, and since I know you collect the world of Nintendo, maybe ask to see if they're killing the line. I have seen the section getting smaller.
Yeah, so from what I understand here in February, March, I think we're going to get, 10 to 12 new figures. From what I understand, a lot of the Koopalings and the Hammer Bros and maybe another Tanuki Mario. So we'll definitely check that out for sure because I definitely want to know.
Let's see. I'm just scanning for questions. Do you have any of the new DC Multiverse? No, I have not seen the one. If you're talking about the ones with the new packaging, I have not seen those in stores yet. They're probably hitting out in California, which means we'll probably get them in like 3 to 4 weeks here. Craig, have you seen those in Texas? The new Multiverse with the blue packaging?
Not at all, man. I haven't seen anything, and I've been out every other day this week, and I've seen Jack. Nothing.
Yeah. I think Ohio gets stuff last. I think it starts in California and New York and kind of works its way in, and then just pauses right before it gets to the Midwest, and then you guys get it in Texas, and then they get it down in the South, and then we get it last up here.
That's
That's all speculation. I don't have any proof that that's how it works, but it just feels like we get stuff so far like late. Will we ever get who's DBL and FemML figures? Dragon, I don't know. Is that Dragon Ball Z? I don't know what.
Female Marvel?
Double?
No.
Sith, what do you mean by DBL? Some people are saying I have AOL. Violet. Craig, here's a question. So Nick's Figs asked, what's the first booth we're going to check?
Who knows? Because you walk in and it's like Christmas. Like there's just all your favorite booths. Here's NECA right behind Funko, next to McFarlane. On the other side, it's Storm Collectibles, DC Collectibles. I don't know. That's a hard question. Whatever we see that grabs us in, I mean, that's it, man. So
yeah, I'm probably just going to be walking around with my jaw on the ground, like a kid in a candy store. Like, holy crap, this is amazing. I'm kind of like that with most conventions that I go to, but this one's like super crazy special because we're literally seeing stuff before it hits retail, before you can buy it. We're seeing like, yeah. I'm a big fan of, I hate to use like analogies, but I'm a huge fan of movie trailers. And this is basically like seeing a whole buttload of movie trailers for toys and figs before they hit the public. So it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean, there's some celebrities there too. I mean, I guess YouTube celebrities. They had Roman Atwood there. He was selling a game, I guess. So that was kind of cool. And then you got like Shardamus and you got Pixel Dan and all those guys. So pretty cool.
Yeah. Roman Atwood lives in Columbus. It's Columbus, Ohio. He's right up the road. Let's see. People are still making fun of my internet here. And you have the right to, because I don't. Damn it! Did we lose the connection again? Did we lose Craig? Is anyone there?
I'm here.
Okay. Good Lord. This is why I don't live stream more, because my internet's the worst. Am I ready for Infinity War figures? Absolutely. I want to see what Hasbro has for us. Hopefully they preview and show us all the different. I mean, they're probably going to do like an Avengers line. So combination movie figures and comic book figures. So I'm definitely excited for that. I really hope we get to see the Hasbro booth. I hope it's not like closed to, you know.
Yeah, so Hasbro is like, I don't know, like 5 to 6 blocks in its own building away, and it's securityed up. Like, it's hard to get into. So
Really?
we'll see.
I think didn't Shartimus get Hasbro last year?
Oh, yeah, I think he gets it every year. I'm pretty sure.
Hey, Shartimus, you joined the syndicate. You're part of the syndicate now. So if you're watching this video, hook a brother up. If you can get us into the Hasbro booth, hook us up, man. I want to see those Hasbro figs. Let's see what else here. Bam! Nathaniel Smith just asked me to say bam. What happened to Craig? Craig's still here. What was the announcement? Nate Simmons is late. Nate Simmons, Craig and I are going to Toy Fair in New York City in like 2 or 3 weeks. And we're going to see all the figs, and we're going to take all the video, and we're going to show you guys, first and foremost, what's coming out. And I'm freaking psyched for it.
So also with us going to New York, that Saturday night, I say that we do some sort of meetup with everybody. Like if anybody's in the area, something like that, we can all get together and go hunt or whatever. I don't know. We
should do a meetup at like Midtown Comics or something.
Yeah.
Hey, if you guys are in New York or close to New York City, the only ones that I know of are like Toy Tokyo and Midtown Comics. So if there's other cool shops, comic book shops, toy shops in the area, please let me know. Let Craig know. Post in the comments below. Also, if there's good places to eat, because I hear so many great things about like New York style pizza, New York delis.
Oh yeah.
I want to get a big Reuben, not Ruben Garcia, not Ruben, but like a Reuben sandwich. Post in the comments. Let me know. Let Craig know. Where should we go eat? This is I'm kind of intimidated. I'm not going to lie. I'm very, very like kind of stressed out about this whole thing. I've never been to New York City. I grew up in Washington, D.C., so I'm used to big cities, but New York City's like its own thing. So I'm a little intimidated by the whole thing. So help me out. Let me know where to go. Yeah, let us know. Let's see. The Forbidden Planet, Eric says.
Oh, yeah. Yeah,
Did
I went there last year. It was amazing. Yeah, we got to go.
Okay, we're going there. Nick's Fix says Nintendo store. Did you go there too, Craig, last year?
Yep.
You hit everything last year, didn't you?
Yeah, everything, but there's a few stores I wanted to hit, but there's not enough time.
Yeah. Someone asked me a question. iBud says, which Hot Toys figure would you like it to be a Toy Fair exclusive? Oh man, that's a good question. Usually they do like movie promo figures, like from either previous movies, or maybe they'll do like a Black Panther Toy Fair exclusive. That'd be awesome if they did. They're labeling it the Eric Killmonger, and like where he puts the mask on and they blow the wall out in the trailer. They're calling that his tactical suit. So if they did a Killmonger in that tactical suit with that mask, I am all for that. I would definitely pick that up. That looks awesome. Let's see. Wasatch Pop says, when in doubt, there's probably a billion Walgreens and Barnes & Noble in New York. You're probably right.
Lots of Walgreens, lots of Dunkin' Donuts on every corner, it seems like.
Dunkin' Donuts are okay. I'm a Krispy Kreme guy, but I like Dunkin'. I'll do Dunkin'.
Yeah.
I missed some questions here. Hold on, let me scroll up. Did Shart really join the syndicate? AZ Legends 480. Yes, Jason. Shartimus is in the syndicate. He joined the group, so he's in there. Let me see. Have either of you seen the The shots for the NECA Raphael in the trench coat. No, I heard someone mention that, though.
Oh.
I haven't seen it yet. The quarter scale NECA Raph in the trench coat and the hat. And apparently it comes with a baseball bat, too. Casey Jones baseball bat. Which gives me hope that we're going to get a quarter scale Casey Jones. That would be awesome. I would love that. Let me see. Is it like Hall H at SDCC? I've never been to SDCC. I've always wanted to go. That's the next thing to cross off on the bucket list is go to San Diego Comic-Con. Craig, do you have any interest in going to San Diego Comic-Con?
Absolutely.
That's
on the list.
I think if you're like a collector, comic book collector, toy collector, it's a must. I mean, I've heard nothing but like horror stories about how packed it is and the smell, like the smell of like sweat and like balls. But I want to go. I want to go to San Diego Comic-Con just to say that I've been there and I did it once. So I've done C2E2. I'd like to go to New York Comic-Con also. That's a must on the list.
Yeah, that's huge.
Nick's Figs, are we camping overnight? No, we got hotels. Let's see. I'm like 0.2 miles from Times Square, but in New York City, 0.2 miles could be like a 20-minute walk with all the like lights and stuff. Let's see. So, if you are watching this now and you are in the New York City area, let us know in the chat. I mean, is that something that you'd be interested in doing? Maybe going to NYC and meeting up? Or let us know in the comments. Or let us know on the Syndicate page. Motor City Comic-Con is dope too, May 18th to 20th. I've always wanted to go to that one too. They have a lot of great guests for Motor City. What's up, Jacob? Let's see. Go to the Arnold Classic. You won't complain about smell again. Probably smells like oil. Lots of oil in there. See. Craig, here's a question. When you unbox your figures, do you keep the boxes or do you throw them away?
Oh, I keep them, dude. Like, I have a crap load. Mm-hmm. Like, just chilling here.
Do you keep them all?
I got boxes of boxes.
Do you keep like all your Marvel Legends boxes and stuff?
Probably about 90%. I'm a hoarder. I have a problem.
I throw away my Marvel Legends boxes. It's weird. And I'll give you the reasoning behind this. So I keep my Black Series boxes. I throw away my Marvel Legends boxes. And then I keep, like, pretty much, I throw away my Transformers boxes. I keep Hot Toys boxes, obviously. So the reason I throw away Transformers boxes is because when you open a new Transformers figure by Hasbro, there's so many twisty ties and like those like little rope ties. You have to undo them. You have to cut them. I don't know. Like if you were to put the figure back in there, it would just like fall around inside the box. So it's not really worth keeping to me. So that I throw away the Transformers boxes. Marvel Legends boxes, the reason I throw those away is because I take the Build-A-Figure pieces out and I build the figure. So even if I put the figure back in there, it's not complete because it's missing the Build-A-Figure piece. So that's my reasoning. I know it might not make sense for a lot of people, but that's why I throw away those and I keep Black Series boxes. Are you getting some super chat money? Yeah, thank you. For those of you that are throwing the super chat money, it's scrolling pretty fast, but I see these things popping up, and that's awesome. Thank you. That's very, very, very much appreciated. WWE fig boxes are horrible. Yes, they are because they have that curved top, so they're hard to stack. Am I coming to HeroesCon in Charlotte? Craig, would you have any interest in like going to other cons, maybe like HeroesCon in Charlotte?
Yeah, I'm down. We can definitely check that out.
So HeroesCon is like a big comic book convention. It's huge for like artists and writers. It's like the show to go to now if you want to meet an artist, get commission work, get autographs and stuff. So that's one of the ones that I've always wanted to go to. But yeah, it's definitely something I've thought about. What's up, Mario? Cat Mario Jimenez from Costa Rica. Awesome Con in DC. That's another one that I'd love to go to. C2E2 is the same weekend as WrestleMania and Villains and Heroes Fest. I did not know that. I thought WrestleMania was the week after C2E2. It might be the same. I don't know.
And I think Dallas Comic Con is the same weekend as C2E2.
Is it really? So like I'm also planning to go to C2E2 right now. Craig, you should fly up on a Southwest. But you have Dallas down there, so I don't know.
I don't. I've been to Dallas quite a few times. I would be down to go up there, check it out.
C2E2 is awesome. It's great for like comic book fans because they have a huge artist alley, a huge writers alley. The show floor with all the merchandise is one of the largest I've ever seen. They just have a lot of great guests. They have a lot of great entertainment guests. Last time I checked, Dave Bautista, Drax, is going to be at C2E2.
Oh, nice. So
that's a cool one to get a picture with. But yeah, I love C2E2. I did not go last year, and I felt like a part of me was missing because I didn't go to that show. I've gone since I moved back to Ohio from Texas. I went every year that I've lived here, so like 4 years in a row. And then last year was the first year I didn't go. But definitely want to go get back up there this year. And I also want to check out, Craig, if you do go up to C2E2, there's a big show. It's called the Kane County Toy Show. I think is it Pixel Dan usually does video from there? But it's a Kane County Toy Show. It's a huge toy show right outside of Chicago. And it's definitely worth going to.
What's up, Foxy? What's up, Nate?
Oh, shoot. Just dropped my coaster. For anyone that's joining us late, just to reiterate the announcement that we made, Craig and I are going to Toy Fair in a couple weeks in New York City. So we're very, very excited about that. We're excited to go to Toy Fair, see all the stuff, see all the booths, see all the new stuff. I'm excited to hit New York City and just walk around and be a tourist and visit all those awesome shops up there, eat some New York pizza, stuff like that. Let's see what else we got. Party foul. Yes, Nick's Figs. I dropped my coaster from my beer. I'm waiting for my first Mezco figures, Wolverine and Deadpool X-Force. Those things, talking about, now, this is why I want to bring up delays with Mezco. Those were previews exclusives. And when I went up to Alter Ego Comics, who you guys might be aware of. A lot of people buy from Alter Ego Comics in Lima, Ohio. When I was talking to those guys, I talked to them like in the summer last year, and I said, hey, the X-Force Deadpool, the X-Force Wolverine, those are previews exclusives. And he goes, if any figure is not going to be late for Mezco, it's those two. Those two are going to be on time because they're previews, and a previews catalog, you order stuff, and a shop owner has to order a certain amount of time. So those two should be on time. Those were supposed to be out in October, and those are still not out. So we got Brown Suit Wolverine. I'm really, really hoping that we get those previews exclusives figures sooner than later because the X-Force Deadpool, X-Force Wolverine look really, really good. Nathaniel Smith, CINCY, I love the people you collaborate. Can you give a shout out to All We Do Is Game? So there's your shout out. All We Do Is Game. Check that one out.
All We Do Is Game.
Let's see. What's up, Mike Hare? Have any of you met Stan Lee in person? Yes, I met Stan Lee in person and got my picture with him, and then I almost ran the man over in Dallas. I was helping set up at a Dallas Comic-Con when I still lived in Dallas, and it was before the show started, so all the guests were like getting to their areas, and I was holding a giant box, and I was going out to the loading area, and I saw feet. Like right below, because I was holding the box like this, and all I saw were feet. I was like, those look like old man shoes. So I lowered the box. It is Stan Lee. I almost ran Stan Lee over with this giant box I'm holding. And I said, excuse me, Stan Lee. And yeah, he had like a bunch of guys, like handler guys that were like walking with him, but they were all behind him. He didn't have anyone walking in front of him. You would think that he would have at least one guy walking in front of him to say, excuse me, make some room, but no. So I almost ran Stan Lee over. But yeah, I did. He didn't scream. He just goes, kind of like that. And I went, ah! It was very awkward, but it was pretty awesome. And it's a story that I still tell to this day. Let's see. CINCY trying to assassinate Stan the Man for DC. Nice. Was that a chaturbate chime? What's a chaturbate chime? Nate Simmons said Mezco X-Force Wolverine is coming soon. Just got notified from my hookup. They will be out in about 2 weeks. Sweet. Craig, did you pre-order any more Mezco figures, or are you doing Mezcos?
Yeah, I did the Mike Myers.
Oh, the Mike Myers, yes.
Yeah.
That's awesome. Craig, is there anything that you're like hunting for in New York City when we go to these stores? I am looking for Storm Collectibles Sub-Zero. Is there anything you're looking for?
I want to pick up some Storm Collectibles Street Fighter figs, and then, of course, hopefully the Lizard Wave will start dropping at that time. And then when I went to New York last year, they had whatever, I think it was the Guardians 2 wave that was about to drop. It was already out there. So I'm hoping that we can get lucky there. So we'll see.
What was I going to say? Which Storm Street Fighter figures do you want the most? Do you have them like ranked?
I want Zangief really, really bad, but I know that's going to be kind of tough to find and a little pricey. And then Bison, and maybe in that Ken that you got. I saw you got that freaking Ken. That is sick. Yeah,
the blue Ken is really, really good. Yeah. I did not think that I was going to like the green Bison as much as I do, but it just looks, it's very, very like, it pops. The green, it looks awesome. So it's a Toys R Us exclusive. You can't really find it at Toys R Us stores, but it should be on their website because that's how I bought mine. So if you go to toysrus.com, you can support a company that we've all loved for all these years that's unfortunately going under and not doing very well, and buy some awesome looking Storm Collectibles figures at the same time. So yeah, you can buy the Ken is a Toys R Us exclusive, the blue Ken and the green Bison. So yeah, check those out, toysrus.com. Let's see. Davies Action Figs, will you get the new Lizard Wave? So Craig, I'm assuming you want the Lizard Wave?
Every single one of them. Yes, absolutely. Very excited about that one.
I am. That's the one with Punk Rock, Spidey, the new Spider-Woman, Mysterio. Who else is in that one?
It's Gwenpool, Lasher. Let's see, who else? Mysterio. There's a bunch. There's a lot. There's a lot. Yeah, Hasbro's going to kill my wallet this year for sure. It did last year, this year as well.
So out of that wave, which is the one you want the most?
Probably Spider-Punk for sure, because I want to do like some paint on his guitar, something different, but we'll see.
That would be awesome. I am really looking forward to the Mysterio. That's the one that I want the most on that wave is the Mysterio. I think the Mysterio looks really, really cool. So I'm looking forward to that one. I am also really looking forward to the new X-Men Marvel Legends. People are talking about Marvel Legends in the chat. So X-Men Marvel Legends waves, those are the ones that I'm really excited for. I'm excited for the new Cable. The 90s Cable looks really, really cool. I'm excited for Gladiator. Who else we got in those waves? There's a new Storm, isn't there?
Yeah, there's a new Storm coming out.
So yeah, definitely excited for the X-Men wave. Hopefully we can get to the Hasbro booth. Shartimus.
I am. Yeah. Shart, what's up?
Let's see. CINCY, I bought 3 Black Series figs from Dallas Vintage Toys as a result of your video trip there. Awesome. Hopefully you found some ones that you were really looking for. Voyager 7 said that, so that's awesome. I would like to get back to Dallas at least maybe 2 times more this year. So hopefully Rube and Craig are available and we can collab again. That would be very, very cool. Rabbit Hammer said X23 and Psylocke. Absolutely. Definitely want Psylocke and X23. Definitely, yes. My eyes just got really dry. AZ Legends 480, I pre-ordered the Mezco Classic Iron Man. Did you guys? Jason, no, I have not pre-ordered that one yet, but it looks good. And I think I definitely want it. I want Mezco to make a Magneto. CM Brock 1 just said Magneto. Oh, they're doing a new Magneto in the Marvel Legends wave. That's why he said that.
True that.
I think it's the one, it's like he's got like sleeveless. It's black and gray from like Uncanny X-Men. Is that what it is? Like the most recent Chris Bocciolo or whatever his name is. That series. X-Force Deadpool's coming out again. Yes, don't pay scalper prices on that. What was it? HasCon.
Yeah. And then we got the X-Force Deadpool is coming from Nate. That's right. That's true. True
that. Let's see what else we got here. It's the Marvel Now version of Magneto. Yes. Is there going to... Here's another... People always ask me these questions, and I can never think of them on the spot. And then when I'm in these, like, I'm just thinking of different stuff, it just comes to me. An X-Men figure that I wish that they would produce. I missed out on the Magic, Ileana Rasputin. She's one of my favorite female characters from the X-Men. And she was in part of that Vishanti SDCC multi-pack. I've always wanted that figure, and it's hard to find her. So if they were ever to reproduce that figure, I would be very, very excited to buy that one. So Chancho 5000 said, in your latest vid, you got the Mezco Deathstroke. It's my current fave fig in my collection. How do you like him, Cincy? If I had gotten that before December 31st, 2017, he would have been in my top 17 of 17. That's how awesome that figure is. It's one of my favorite Mezco figures in my collection, and I just got it. I didn't want to say that at first because a lot of times you get a new Mezco or a new figure, and you just have that feeling that's new, and you think it's like the best. But after just like seeing it and looking at it for a while, it's awesome, and it's one of my favorite Mezcos. Craig, I would definitely recommend that one if you're looking for another Mezco. That Deathstroke is very, very cool.
Yeah, he's definitely on my list. And T-Man says Gambit for Marvel Legends. I completely agree with that. One of my favorite characters.
Absolutely. We need a new Gambit. We need a new Nightcrawler. But yeah, we'd love to see those. Sith said, I love how since he gave up Marvel Legends. Does any collector really give up entirely? Really? I mean, like, how many times have any collectors said, I'm giving up on something, and they still keep it around because it just means too much to them. Too much sentimental value. I tried. Believe me, I tried. Ask Josh Pence. I took half my Marvel Legends to Kokomo to trade in. But some of them I just couldn't give up on. They're too awesome. So, yeah. Craig, have you ever tried giving up on a toy line and you just couldn't do it?
Yeah, it doesn't happen. I always go back. It's like a drug. It's bad.
Let's see. Is Mezco planning any more classic Star Trek figs beyond Kirk, Spock, Sulu, and rumored McCoy? I don't know. I haven't seen any of those yet. They did a, was it an Evil Spock? I think I saw that one. I'm not sure if they're doing any more Star Trek figs. Let's see. Would love a 90s Storm Marvel Legends. I think that's the one they're doing in that new Marvel Legends wave. It's the Mohawk Storm.
Pretty sure.
AK figure. Craig, did you get the Pink Panther Walmart Marvel Legends?
Rube got one for me, so I'm just waiting to meet up with him. Probably the next time you come in town is the next time I'll see him.
Very nice.
You work so much.
I saw that. I went to Columbus. I didn't take any footage, but I went to a Walmart and there was probably like 10 of them on the peg. So I looked at it. I thought it was cool. I didn't pick it up yet, but I will eventually pick up the pink Black Panther. Let's see. The Kiwi Collector says, I would love a 90s Jubilee figure. Absolutely. They did that Toys R Us exclusive Jubilee Build-A-Figure, but that wave's so hard to find and very expensive now. So, yeah, I would love to see a Jubilee. Josh Pence, you think we will get the Mezco Jim Lee Cyclops fig in 2018? I don't know. That would be very, very awesome. It seems like if you look at Mezco's lineup with like the Marvel figures, they're going for very, very iconic characters and looks. So I would assume that the Jim Lee Cyclops is a pretty iconic look. I mean, it was probably, isn't it still like one of the top selling comics, that X-Men #1 of all time? So I mean, plus it, was part of that cartoon, the X-Men cartoon. So that's a pretty iconic looking look and character. So I would hope so. Josh said it looked like him in the teaser pic. The only ones I could make out in that teaser pic were the Batman and then the homemade suit Spidey. Let's see. You guys think DC Multiverse will ever step up their articulation? Probably not. You would think that they would have already. I mean, all they need to do is put an ankle pivot in. They need ankle pivot. What else they need? Double jointed knees, double jointed elbows.
Yep.
I mean, is it really going to cut into their profits that much to add a little bit of articulation to maybe draw in a lot more fans? Maybe the fact that Icons died might be it's an indicator that even if they did step up their production and increase articulation, they might not sell as well, because the Icons, look at how well articulated Icons were, and that line died. No one bought it. So I don't know if it was the price point or what, but I liked the way those figures looked. I think they were slightly out of scale with the rest of the 6-inch figures. They were slightly smaller. Maybe that's the reason. I don't know. Let's see. Jared Pacheco Sanchez asked me, am I getting Jeff Hardy and Matt Hardy? Absolutely. Yeah, I want to get those. Definitely want to get those elites. Netflix Punisher as well. Where are the IPA at, Cincy? Any on tap? No, I have Miller Lite on tap right now. I got 2 kegs. I have a Miller Lite and a Mick Ultra. Let's see. Any advice on getting into Mezco? It is an addiction. You will buy one. You will have it in hand. See how well made it is. See how nice the joints are, the articulation is, the soft goods. You'll look at how detailed the face sculpt is, the paint apps, and you'll want more. So that's my advice on Mezco. Is it's not just I'm going to buy one and see if I like it. More than likely, you're going to buy a Mezco and you're going to want more. So just be prepared for the hit on your wallet.
Oh, yeah.
Let's see. Getting the Mafex Bane. I haven't even seen that. I'd like to. Hopefully, does Mafex have a booth there? Do you remember Medicom?
Last year, I don't believe so. I don't remember. Yeah.
Craig, are you into Pops?
A little bit. I mean, I'm trying to finish my Masters of the Universe line, and then that'll be it. Well, no, that's not going to be it. No, that's not true. They come out with, and it's just they draw me in, and it sucks because I'm like, I'm done, and then all of a sudden, bam, gotta buy it. It's crazy.
You found the flocked Moss Man, right?
Yeah, I got him.
You did?
Yeah, somewhere. Yeah.
I still need that.
I found this guy yesterday.
Nice,
buddy. Chase, but that's going to the Vallejos.
Very nice.
Yeah.
I think they're in here. I think I saw a comment from Calvin.
Okay.
Chancho 5000. So being the hot toy king, I am not the hot toy king. There's other. Kevin Womack has, I think, more hot. Plus, he has Hulkbuster. There's a lot of dudes out there that have a ton of hot toys. Do you agree with Mezco being the hot toy of 112 figures? Yeah. I mean, that's the way that I describe it. When people ask me about Mezco, I use that analogy. It's like a 6-inch version of a hot toy. Now, the difference is the fact that a lot of Mezcos are based on the comic book versions, or they like to do their own unique take on the character. It's not so much like a replica of the visual representation of the character from a movie. So I think that might change, though, with like the Thor Ragnarok. They did the Batman and the Superman from the movie. They did the Harley Quinn from the movie. But I don't know. They're very, very well made 6-inch figures. That's how I describe them. And I love the soft goods on them. They're just, I really like them. I like Mezco a lot. Jared Pacheco Sanchez. I definitely want the Mysterio. I know Craig's getting the Lizard Wave, but I want the Mysterio first and foremost. Here's a question, Craig. Jason Shane asked, how do the wifeys really feel about our hobby? How does your wife feel about your collecting?
So, I mean, she supports it, but really, when I bring stuff in the house, she's like, "Oh, you're bringing in more useless shit." So, you know, it is.
Hold on, I'm getting the beer.
Okay, give me one. So let's see, Mezco versus Mafex versus SH Figure Arts. What is your thoughts on them? Oh my gosh. So I actually don't own a Mafex. CINCY, what do you think?
All right. Mezco versus Mafex versus SH Figure Arts. So you can't really compare Mezcos because Mezcos are kind of their own thing with the soft goods. If you're going to compare SH Figure Arts with Mafex, I think likeness-wise, SH Figure Arts are better. I've compared a lot of like likenesses. Like for taking an example, the new Justice League Wonder Woman figure. I've watched reviews on the SH Figure Arts version, and her face looks like Gal Gadot. I saw the Mafex version at Comics to Games, and it looked like generic Wonder Woman. It didn't look like Gal Gadot. It was a great looking figure, but it didn't look like the actress. So if you're going by comparison of likenesses, I think that SH Figure Arts is the way to go as far as like face sculpts and whatnot. But Mafex does a bang-up job on articulation. And the other thing that Mafex does really, really well, and it's the reason I love them, Nightmare Batman. I bought Nightmare Batman, and he came with accessories for other figures that I also owned. He came with the broken helmeted version of the armored Batman. He came with the spear with the kryptonite. He came with the cowl that Superman could hold. He came with hands that Superman could put in, that armored Batman could have, that regular Batman could have. He came with a ton of accessories. So I wouldn't discount Mafex just because Mafex are the sculpts, the likenesses might be slightly off or not look like the actor or actress. Don't discount Mafex because they do an awesome job with accessories and articulation.
I need to check one out.
There's the long-winded answer. I didn't answer the question about how the wife feels about our hobby. So Mrs. CINCY, she thinks that hot toys are cool. When I get a new hot toy, I will show her, and she's like, "Oh, that's awesome." But at the same time, she does think that I buy too much. She and the UPS guy have a little running gag because he always brings up hot toys to the house, and he's like, "Husband got another one, huh?" And she's like, "I guess so. I don't know. He buys them with his own money." So I think she's slightly annoyed that the amount of stuff that I have, which I kind of have too much stuff, in all honesty. The other thing is, And here's something to be very, very aware of if you are thinking about getting into YouTube. If you start a YouTube channel, just making videos is addicting. And if you have a family, if you have a wife, never put YouTube before your wife or your kids because it's going to be bad news. Yeah. Like if the wifey wants to watch like a movie with me or a TV show, and I'm like, hey, I kind of have to edit a video, it doesn't always go over very well. So that's why I do most of my editing like after they go to sleep. So that's my own situation, but just keep that in mind for your own situations. A lot of guys that I talk to are like, hey, I'm thinking about starting a YouTube channel. I say go for it. I have a lot of fun with it. It's awesome talking to people that share the same interests as me. It's awesome meeting new people like Craig and doing these collaborations and these hunts with people that I didn't know before. But at the same time, it can take over your life because it is very addicting. So there's my little public service announcement on being a YouTuber.
PSA.
Yeah, and knowing is half the battle.
That's right.
Let's see what else we got. I had to leave my beer back there because it's got too much pressure in the tubes and it's shooting out a lot of foam. So I had to let the foam die down. Justin Jones said, I feel you. I leave my stuff in my car for a few days before I bring it in. You're not the only one. I do that too. If I have a huge haul, like if I go to Target and I buy like an entire wave of something, I'll bring in like 2 figures at a time. So she's not like, this guy bought like 8 new figures in one trip to Target. So yeah, that's what I do. Let's see. Oh, wow. All right. So the Kiwi Collector had a question. I'm a huge Iron Man fan, and I'm looking to pop my Hot Toy Cherry. Which would you recommend? Oh, man, that's a tough question. I like so many of the armors. So first things first, I would definitely recommend getting a newer armor because they're all die cast. Don't get one of the older ones that's made of plastic because you'll be disappointed. It's just when you hold a die cast Iron Man figure, it just feels more real because it feels like actual like metal armor. I have the Mark 42 and the Mark 47 and the Mark 45, and they're all awesome. I guess it kind of depends on which look you like the most. I really, really, really like even though it was only on screen for like 2 scenes, the Mark 47 from Spider-Man Homecoming. The fact that it's, the red and gold and then the big silver part in the middle, it just looks awesome. Plus, the Robert Downey Jr. head sculpt is one of the best Robert Downey Jr. head sculpts that they've done. So I'd recommend that one if you could still get it. Mark 47 from Homecoming. Craig, do you have a favorite like Iron Man armor from the movies? Like, was there one that you liked the most?
I mean, I like Iron Man, but I don't really, honestly, I don't keep up with the suits. I'm not like, hey, that's a 34, that's a 37.
Yeah.
Honestly. So
yeah,
it all looks cool to me.
Yeah. Now, I will let you know that they are redoing a lot of the early number suits in diecast form. Mark II, the full silver one, is coming out in diecast. Mark IV, the one where in Iron Man 2, where he jumps from the plane and then lands at the Stark Expo, and then the thing takes his, what's that thing called? I forget the name of it. It takes his armor off. They're redoing that in diecast. They're redoing the Mark 6 and 5. The 5, the suitcase armor. The 6 was the one with the triangle at the end of Iron Man 2 and beginning of Avengers. They're doing that diecast too. So you have a huge selection of ones to choose from if you're interested in getting into the diecast Iron Man Hot Toys armors. Okay, so Chancho 5000 said, dudes, you have no idea how true this is. My wife is super supportive of my collecting and dabble into YouTube, but yeah, don't say not going to shopping with her on Sunday to stay home to film figs. Yes. What about Whiplash? The Whiplash is a cool figure. It was really expensive. The Gantry, thank you, Darren. The Gantry is the name of the arms that took his armor off in Iron Man 2. Mezco Wolverine, yellow versus brown. Ooh, That's a tough question. You have any thoughts on that, Craig? Do you have a favorite Wolverine look?
Yellow. Love the yellow.
Is there a reason you love the yellow?
I mean, I guess that's the was that the 90s, the Jim Lee colors, I guess. The yellow and the blue. That.
So was your exposure to Wolverine from the cartoon or from comic books or what?
No, it was from the cartoon, from the animation for sure. That's kind of when I got into comic books, and that's what led me to start buying them and all that good stuff. Same with the Batman animated series. When I started watching that, I was like, oh my gosh. Well, actually the 89 movie really, but all that just meshed together, and I was like, oh my gosh, it's such a great character. Got to get into it. So
yeah. I think it really depends, like which Wolverine you like depends on what you grew up on. Like when I first encountered Wolverine, it was when he was in his brown suit in X-Men, Uncanny X-Men. And that was the first comic that I got into. So that's like my Wolverine. A lot of guys that grew up on like the cartoon, the yellow tiger stripe one is their Wolverine. It kind of makes me wonder, like people that are just now discovering Wolverine, like is the Hugh Jackman look their Wolverine? Or is the Old Man Logan their Wolverine? Because maybe that might be their first exposure to Wolverine. It's just interesting how that happens. Let's see. Kiwi Collector, congratulations on your soon-to-be wedding. He's going to be in Hawaii in February for his honeymoon. So congratulations.
Go hook up with a Plastic Addict.
Oh, yeah. Hit up Plastic Addict in Hawaii. I want to go back to Hawaii. I loved Hawaii. I was there in 2005, and it was amazing. It's probably one of my favorite vacations ever. How do I feel about DC Collectibles? Craig, do you have any thoughts on DC Collectibles?
I'm really excited to see this. I think they're doing the Clayface Build-A-Figure. I think that's who's doing it. So I'm really anxious to see how that goes. The figure looks great from what I've seen in the reviews, but until I have it in hand, I really won't know. So I'm probably going to give it a shot. Yeah. At least that one.
The thing that I think about DC Collectibles is it makes me kind of sad that so many of their lines they try and build, but they just fail. The DC Films line that came out with the Armored Batman and the Superman, and it lasted 2 figures, and then they canceled the line. DC Icons, a great line. These are like fan favorite lines. I mean, the DC Films figures looked great. The Icons figures looked great.
Oh, yeah, I love those. Yeah.
I think the people that bought them loved the figures, but it's just that not enough people bought them. So that's why the lines are tanking.
Oh, Multiverse is doing the Clayface. My bad, guys. That's right. Thank you, Jacob.
I haven't seen that bath yet. Does it look pretty good? Have you seen it, Craig?
Yeah, I've seen it. Who's that on that reviewer on YouTube? JC? Yeah, I think that's it.
Oh, yeah.
He did a review on it.
Okay.
Pretty solid.
I got to check it out. Dead Iron Pool Man said not buying DC Collectibles until Ankle Pivot. Let's see. Mike Pine said, what Mortal Kombat figure do you think you were going to pick up next? If I could find it in New York, Sub-Zero is coming home with me. If Midtown Comics says Sub-Zero, whether it's the clean version or the bloody version, he's coming home with me. So that's the next one that I really want. Let's see. Buddy of mine just got the Sideshow Collectibles Baby Group from Guardians of the Galaxy 2. This one right here. This is the Hot Toys one. The Hot Toys Baby Groot. He is awesome. Look at that face. Look at that face. It's just an awesome figure. This is, I don't know if I said this in the video, but this is already an early contender for one of my favorite figures of the year, and we're in January. So that's how much I like this figure. I would definitely recommend it. It's actually a pretty good price point. It's a 1-to-1 scale figure. I mean, you can see how large it is next to my head, and I have a pretty big head. But this was $189 Comics to Games, so it's not too expensive, and it's a great figure, and you can pose him with the Ravager outfit on or Ravager outfit off. So, and he's got 3 face sculpts, so definitely recommend this guy. Hot Toys Baby Groot. Craig, do you have any figures that you purchased in, whoa, that was an extreme close-up, in 2018 so far that are like might possibly be one of your favorite figures of the year?
I need to unbox her, but Jaina Solo, I picked her up yesterday. Let's see, what else? 2018. Gosh, I got some vintage stuff. I don't know. I'm really excited about the Jaina Solo so far, so I need to unbox her. And the Funko vintage figures that they did kind of scale up with the MOTU. Up this past weekend, and those are a lot of fun. So, but I like the vintage style stuff, so that was cool for me. What about you?
Definitely like the Groot. Let's see what else.
Yeah,
I really like the classic Voltron so far. So I'm getting ready to film a it's a new series. I don't know how far this is going to go on my channel, but I'm calling it Versus, and it's basically me comparing two different things, and I'm comparing the classic Voltron Lions and combined form of Voltron versus the modern Lions and modern Voltron put together. So
did you open them up yet? The classic line?
Did I what?
Did you open them up yet?
Yeah, I opened them up. They're currently sitting on the bar over there, and I have them facing each other. So like Blue Lion Classic is facing Blue Lion Modern. They're all facing each other. And like, you don't really notice the differences. When you see the classic lines and package, like, they don't look that different from the legendary versions, the modern versions. But once you see them out of package, lined up against each other, you see all the differences, and it's awesome. So I really like the Voltron, the classic Voltron so far. Let's see. Here's a question. Every time I look at that Jaina Solo face sculpt, she reminds me of an actress, like an actual actress. Look at that face sculpt and tell me, does she look like someone? I think she kind of looks like, her name is Adrienne Palicki. I think that's her name. I don't know. That's who she reminds me of. What was she in? She was in Friday Night Lights. She was in John Wick. She was that female assassin that tried to kill him in his own hotel room. Spoiler alert. She plays Mockingbird in Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. But something about that face sculpt on that Jaina Solo, it almost looks like they modeled it after a person.
Let's see.
Are you opening it now?
There she is. There she is.
Live unboxing. That's awesome, man.
Live.
Oh yeah, Kyle said she was also Lady J on that G.I. Joe movie, Retaliation.
Oh yeah, true. And on the Orville. Yeah, okay.
I haven't watched that. I heard it's funny though.
Yeah, I heard it was good.
Pretty much anything Seth MacFarlane does is funny, really. How long has this been going on? How long have we been on?
92 hours.
How much longer do you have? Oh, it's 10 o'clock, so we've been on for an hour.
Yeah, whatever, dude. I'm good.
You're good? Okay. So do you guys have any other questions for us? Is there anything that you want us to specifically take footage of, ask questions about when we're at Toy Fair, just to kind of bring it back to Toy Fair? Is there anything you want to see? What do you want to see the most? What booths do you want to see the most? What figures do you want to see the most? Let us know in the chat right now, and we'll address those.
See.
Oh, JP Drums 1990 said she was Seth MacFarlane's ex-wife on the Orville. Super funny parody of Star Trek.
Huh.
What's up, Robert Ott? She's a very attractive lady, by the way, that Adrienne Palicki. So if they did like model that Jaina Solo after her, they chose a good person to model it after. Let's see. All right, so here's what people want to see. They want to see everything, Nick's Fig says. Get a shot of the Legends, please, Ganonfish said. Hasbro. take pics of the Mezco booth. Oh, you know I'll be doing that, Jeremy. Star Wars, so that'll be Hasbro. Would like to see the Mezco booth. Another one for Mezco. Mezco and Storm Collectibles. CM Brock says. Legends and Hot Toys, please. I am probably gonna need like some kind of napkin to wipe up the drool at the Hot Toys booth, because I like when people film like the first shots of like Toy Fair and all those Comic Cons where they show the Hot Toys reveals. I watch them over and over. I mean, I'm obsessed with them. So I'm gonna be there in person. I'm so excited for this. Let's see.
Is anybody interested in seeing any of the new loyal subjects for 2018? Because they have a pretty rad booth. So let us know. Let us know. Loyal subjects.
Do you know which lines they're doing this year, Craig? Have you seen any reveals?
I haven't seen anything, man. Nothing yet.
I hope they do more of these guys, because I really like the He-Man ones.
Oh yeah. I got a few of those. And then I do want to get some of the Thundercats, but dude, it's so hard paying $13 for those guys. I'm sorry, but
are the Thundercats out right now? Are those brand new right now?
Yeah. I think they were released like maybe a month ago, but they're at Walmart. At least at my Walmart, they are.
13. These are awesome. Don't get me wrong. I like them. They look cool. They're fun to pose and stuff. But $13 is a little excessive.
Yeah. $9.99. Perfect price point right there, in my opinion.
I totally agree. I think that these are worth a pop. They're smaller than a pop. They have more articulation. They have more accessories than a pop. But I think that's kind of the price point they should be at, is $10. If they were $10, I would buy more of these. But that extra $4 is, I don't know, it's just kind of a killer.
Yeah, I agree.
That'd be cool if they did like other 80s lines like Silverhawks. I asked this question earlier on the Syndicate Facebook page. What other like properties from the 80s and 90s would you want to see in figure form? I'd like to see Loyal Subjects, Silverhawks figures. I don't know, Mask.
Mask would be amazing. Amazing.
Visionaries.
Oh, yeah. Visionaries. What's on my wall?
Someone brought up something in that little thread today, and it totally turned on a light bulb in my head. Jace and the Wheeled Warriors. Oh, holy crap! How did I forget about that?
Warriors. That was a great.
Those were awesome. Those are so cool.
Supernatural. That would be a cool one to see too.
Yeah,
but Tonka that back in the day. Let's see, Captain Power.
I don't remember Captain Power.
Hold on.
I remember Crystar. Crystar was cool.
Captain Power. So I think it had like a VHS tape that you could play along with back in the day. But yeah.
Oh, that's right.
Yeah.
You have such cool stuff, dude. I need to get into more vintage stuff. Like that's what really like makes me like feel nostalgic.
Oh, hey, I got some of your box right here for those G1s. You want a sneak peek?
Hell yeah, dude. So Craig and I did a trade, and he's been acquiring like G1 figures.
Yeah. So do you know who that is?
No, who is that?
That is one of the. What's his name? I'm going blank. I'll think of it here in a minute. And then this guy.
I want that one, Braun.
Very
cool.
And this box, just G1 Transformers.
That's awesome, man. I'm excited. I need to get more like vintage toys on card. I almost bought a lot of you guys might not have even heard of this, but like Advanced Dungeons and Dragons did a action figure line in like the early 80s. It was like 82, 83. And there was two figures that I distinctly remember having, and they were two of my favorite figures in my entire collection. And I would actually, in my little fights and wars, I would have these guys lead troops, like lead Star Wars troops and lead G.I. Joes. I had War Duke and Strongheart. It was the guy in the silver and then the guy with like the big blue mask. Awesome. Look those guys up. Advanced Dungeons and Dragons, War Duke, and Strongheart. Those were awesome. I almost bought them carded though, but they're expensive. They were in the 100, 200 range. Let's see. Sectors! Holy cow!
Sectors,
You just turned on another light bulb in my head. Sectors. Ray Kenobi, thank you for that. Brave Star, Thundar the Barbarian. Okay, so people are naming like the 80s and 90s lines that they want to see redone. The one that I brought up is I want to see G.I. Joe done with the original look and feel of the characters, but in 6-inch form. So basically, like they could even bring back the vintage packaging, like they did for the vintage Marvel Legends. They did for the vintage Star Wars. Give us some vintage G.I. Joe 6-inch figures.
Yeah.
They will sell. I guarantee they will sell out. Hasbro, if you can hear me, which you're not watching this video, but if you are, make some G.I. Joes, please, in 6-inch.
Cops. Yeah, Cops would be awesome.
Cops would be cool. Let's see. Someone asked, who do I think is winning the Rumble? Daniel Bryan. Daniel Bryan got cleared for wrestling, and I think, I don't know, maybe we'll see him. CM Punk, maybe? Samoa Joe said that CM Punk wanted to come back to the WWE, so maybe I think that someone surprise is going to show up and at least get to close to the end. Kenny Omega, maybe? He's another guest for my surprise entry. Enough wrestling talk, though. We're talking Toy Fair and figs. Let's see. Silverhawks.
Chuck Norris cartoon. I remember those figures. I have some of those.
Yeah,
sweet.
Buck Rogers. I remember those.
Yeah.
All right, guys. Craig, you ready to wrap this up?
Yeah, man.
All right. So we are very, very excited to go to Toy Fair again. If you're watching this video and you want us to ask any questions or take any specific footage of anything at Toy Fair, let us know in the comments after this publishes. Also, if you have any recommendations on stores to visit, places to eat, please, put it in the comments below. Someone said Cat's Delicatessen. That's one that's on my list. I really want to go there and get a Reuben from there or a big sandwich. But yeah, let us know in the comments. Thanks for joining us. We hope that you were not let down by our big announcement. It's a huge announcement for me. But unfortunately, I'm not buying Toys R Us, and I'm not keeping them out of bankruptcy. I'd like to, but I can't. But thanks for joining us once again. This has been Cincy Nerd and Craig from Not Another Retro Channel, and we'll see you in the next video. Adios. Craig, what's your sign-off?
Peace.
There you go. See you guys.